Ladies and gentlemen, who knows me knows that it's my special pleasure to introduce the next panel because it's about powerful women and influential women in family office and foundations. And it's especially a pleasure for me to invite the one and only, my dear friend, Vanessa Eriksson, to come on stage. This is your applause, Vanessa.
Thank you so much. If I could please call our beautiful ladies here for this panel, Regine Sixt, SP Hinduja Shanu, La Marquise Roberta de Breteuil, and Her Excellency Sania Ansari. Thank you.
I'm hoping that my annexures, my spirituality, my way of conducting, my upbringing helps me to extend the power of that chairmanship to many other people in the world, especially women.
My vision for the company was I want to work with very niche class and very elites and VVIPs and governments and of course private family offices.
Thank you so much. Your Royal Highnesses, Your Excellencies, our summit host Anthony Ritossa, SVG Honorary Consul Giuseppe Ambrosio, our summit chairman Marcus Lenner, and esteemed delegates. We are honored to present to you our panel on the world's most powerful and influential women in family offices and foundations, presenting Regine Sixt, Senior Executive Vice President of Sixt International, Honorary Consul of Barbados in Munich, CEO of Regine Sixt Children's Aid Foundation, Drying Little Tears. Today, Sixt has a presence in 115 countries with a total group turnover of 3.3 billion euros in 2018, with 350,000 cars, and continues its unstoppable success story around the world. In her function as founder and chairwoman, the project dear to her heart, the Regine Sixt Children's Aid Foundation, Drying Little Tears, is permanently being expanded by the courageous philanthropist. With more than 130 projects in more than 45 countries, children in need receive assistance and hope by Regine. Next, we have Hinduja SP Shanu, chair of the Hinduja Bank in Switzerland. Shanu SP Hinduja is a senior member of the global Hinduja dynasty, the daughter of British Indian billionaire, philanthropist, and entrepreneur, Mr. SP Hinduja. Shanu is the chair of Hinduja Bank in Switzerland and also serves as chair of the philanthropic Hinduja Foundation, US. Next, we have La Marquise Roberta de Breteuil. She's the founder of Eudoxia, French Riviera beauty treatments. She's the widow of Count of Alberti and wife of the current Marquis de Breteuil. The Marchioness and her son, Count Theodore d'Alberti, created Eudoxia Cosmetics with a collaboration of one of the best French laboratories associating the benefits of marine iodine and brown seaweed from the Mediterranean. Finally, but not least, we have Her Excellency Sania Ansari, chairperson of the Ansari Group, UAE. Sania Ansari belongs to a very noble, honorable, and prominent family from Medina, Saudi Arabia. The Ansari tribe is 1,400 years old and has played a significant role in Islam and is mentioned in the Holy Quran. We will kickstart our panel questions with Regine Sixt. And our first question is, what woman or man has inspired you to become the leader, the advocate that you are today, and why?
But I don't have to think long about this. My deepest inspirations is definitely my husband, Eric Sixt, to whom I'm married over the last decades, and who is the CEO of Sixt SE. His trust in me, his encouragement, his inspiration are a permanent source of strength. He gave us a platform to be a leading woman in these days where it was not so normal, actually, to be a leading woman in a global world. His visionary thinking and acting is unparalleled. It is my daily challenge to cooperate closely with him. My role model, actually, always have been Elizabeth Arden, Estee Lauder, Coco Chanel, and Ariana Huntington. I think these have been always inspiring me, what they did, also in former days, and I'm happy that I can sit here with you and also be inspired by you. This lady is here sitting next to me.
Thank you, thank you. Next we have Shanu Hinduja. What woman and man has inspired you to become the leader, the advocate that you are today, and why?
More than, I hope I'm being heard. Thank you. So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's really nice to be here, and I'm very privileged to be sitting with such privileged women over here. To be honest, more than just which people inspire me, I think nature is something that inspires me the most. We learn so much from our environment, from our planet. My true inspiration has been that, and that was guided by my father. As far as people are concerned, I think every single day I get inspired by every person I meet. And mostly, I get inspired by the work I do. Last year, I was nominated as the chair of my bank. And just being in that position is an inspiration for me because I feel like I'm the mother now of the bank and I need to provide for everyone. So that is my biggest inspiration. And one of our main principles is work to give. And that's why I work and inspire myself.
Thank you. And next we have la marquise Roberta de Breteuil. Quelle femme ou homme vous a inspiré à devenir la personne, la leader, peut-on dire, féminine que vous êtes aujourd'hui? Et pourquoi?
Alors, pardonnez-moi si je parle en français, mais vous m'intimidez un peu, alors je suis plus à l'aise en français. Bon. Alors écoutez, la personne qui m'a le plus attirée toute ma vie, c'est Helena Rubinstein, voilà, qui a créé vraiment un empire en cosmétique.
So the lady that has inspired la marquise Roberta the most in her life is Helena Rubinstein.
Voilà. Elle a su aussi, déjà dans les années 50, traverser la terre entière pour vendre ses produits. Et s'est intéressée aussi à tous les artistes émergents, ce que j'aime aussi.
So already back in the 1950s, Helena Rubinstein was traveling the world with her cosmetic products and already going over boundaries, can we say?
Voilà, je pense que c'est bien. Et il y a d'autres personnalités qui m'ont beaucoup inspirée, c'est Charlemagne, parce qu'il a demandé à tous ses sujets de planter le lys dans leur jardin, car il cicatrisait les plaies.
And then, of course, Charlemagne has always inspired her because he asked everyone to plant, I don't know, je ne sais pas comment on dit ça en français, en anglais, le lys. The lily in the ground, because apparently the lily would help to, if you had a wound, it would help to get better. Anyway, moving on to our next question, to Regina Sixt. What do you think is the most significant barrier to female leadership?
You know what? Sometimes I have the impression that we ourselves are the biggest barrier to more female leadership, with our lack of courage and decisiveness. To be honest, from my point of view, it is strange that we as ladies talk so often about barriers and the disadvantages of being female. My experience is this. We have many advantages, especially nowadays. I think it is hard enough for men to succeed in the daily competition with so many ambitious alpha males. Compared to them, we have many chances today. We just need to reach out and grab them. So I hope that you can accept that I want to focus on the strengths and the power that we as females are gifted with. Let's talk about the chances. Times have never been better for us. And my simple advice to more female leadership, don't talk, act, ladies. But first of all, it would be the best world where women start to be very successful on their own. Like, for example, a group of Myanmar businesswomen leaders came to my office 2 weeks ago, 35 women who have, of course, difficulties to be leading women in their country, to learn from me how I did it, how we make it. And it was for me very motivating to talk to these ladies. And what we did, we have been agreed to do a charity project at a little hospital in Myanmar. This was the result out of this, yeah. So we have so many chances and so many associations I'm connected for female leaderships. I would like to give it to you and to be a part of it.
Thank you so much. And moving on to our dearest Shanu, what do you think is the most significant barrier to female leadership?
Maybe it was my upbringing, but I don't see that there are barriers today. I see these as opportunities to grow and to shine. I think we women are privileged and have been given the right composition of hormones to be home savers, and I think we use that in business too. And I really don't see barriers. I really see them as opportunities. And we are in an obstacle race, so it's either we bang into these barriers or we decide to jump over them. So really, I think we are born in a privileged time, and I think our ancestors maybe had these barriers. But today, I think being a privileged girl, I hope and I pray that I can be the person who can actually help everyone to see these as challenges to grow rather than barriers. So really, no, I don't see barriers anymore.
And to Her Excellency Sania Ansari, which I think we missed out the first question, and I apologize for that. What do you think is the most significant barrier to female leadership?
Well, I think genetically being a woman by default is the most significant barrier we have. And men and women were born with their roles in life. And I think women have to work as much, they have to work twice as hard than men to succeed in their lives and career. For example, women have to bear children and raise a family, plus they have to work twice as much hours as men to succeed. And besides this barrier, women are not treated equally at the workplace, and in most cases, women are not paid as much as men do.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. Then moving on to la Marquise Roberta de Breteuil, what do you think is the most significant barrier to female leadership?
Alors, moi je trouve qu'il ne faut jamais oublier que l'on est une femme et privilégier autant que possible sa famille, ses enfants, qui sont l'avenir du monde. Et pour cela, je m'occupe beaucoup de toutes les écoles, pour garder les écoles dans les petits villages, pour les attirer en faisant des tas de fêtes sur les fleurs, les animaux, parce que beaucoup d'enfants des villes ne savent même pas, n'ont jamais vu un animal. Vous voyez, c'est ça qu'il faut faire.
So, La Marquise Roberta de Breteuil says that the most important thing also to assist in female leadership is also the nucleus of the family and working together as a family. And this is exactly what she does in her village, where she makes sure that the schools are still open and that the children can still attend the schools to create a better education, a better family, and then future business. And then we'll move on to our third question here, which is to Regina Sixt. What has helped you be a more effective advocate, leader, and what advice would you have for others who want to advocate and lead?
Well, in my experience, challenges must be mastered with hard work, both for women and for men alike. I can't say that I have to go to a board because I'm a lady. In order to live the women's quota. If a lady wants to go in a leading position, she must have the right education and the same capabilities. That's what I'm talking about. Chances are good for business ladies in our times. I get so many invitations to talk at female networking events. I speak to about thousands and thousands of women every year, and I'm just founding a women network organization from all over the world, where we connect where we connect and we all are giving money to one charity organization, that all of us can build hospitals and schools in the third world. This is my next project. And there are a lot of encouragement and mutual promotions in our female world. Besides that, so many companies look for top female executives and managers, sometimes because of the women's quota, sometimes we see the reason in the value set of a company. It is proven that business creates better results when women are supported and encouraged to make it to the top. At 65% of our workforce is female. And I'm not only talking about the key positions of our young employees, I speak about the women who are at the point of sales destinations, where they are the last step to our esteemed clientele. And they are the best to keep this contact, and I'm going to support them. I'm going to support them that they can come up to leading positions. No ambitious woman can make it to the top at Sixt. I'm definitely no exception is there. Everybody can make it. And when we hire a woman in our organization, she always has a patron. A patron is in the leading position, and the patron tries to carry this woman up to a leading position. And allow me a final remark. Leadership is definitely not just fun. It comes with a great deal of responsibility towards employees, customers, and shareholders. Not everybody is ready to carry out that degree of responsibility. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And moving on to Shanu, what has helped you be a more effective advocate and leader? And what advice would you have for others who want to advocate and lead?
Firstly, I think we're all born like flowers, and I think we all advocate for each other. But I think being born as the first child, as a daughter, put me in that privileged position to be able to bring about a change, to make the world, I suppose, as my colleagues have said, with hard work and bring equality. To reach to this position, I think I do have to give a lot of praise to my father, who actually, I think, with the upbringing that he gave me, taught me how to be this person who could lead by action. And I think my daughter Lavanya and my son Karam are what helped me to advocate even better. Because when you hear the suggestions of the new millennials, you help to improve yourself, and you're able to give more by knowing what they need today. So,
thank you so much. Moving on to Your Excellency, before I forget you, like last time, what has helped you be a more effective advocate leader, and what advice would you have for others who want to advocate and lead?
Well, consistency and persistence are the main ingredients for success, and self-confidence and self-motivation is also very important. And we all know that we have some days where we feel demotivated and we feel like giving up. When faced with such trauma and situations, I would suggest to go to sleep early. When you wake up next morning, start as a new day, practice gratitude, and just be proud of all the achievements you have done in the past. And also, most importantly, just remember how far you have come in your career and life, and just remember there's no going back, there's no giving up, and keep moving forward with more ambitions and more positivity. And also, I would suggest to practice gratitude on a daily basis, because I do practice gratitude daily, and you'll feel more balanced.
Thank you so much. Moving on to la Marquise. Qu'est-ce qui vous a aidé à devenir le leader que vous êtes aujourd'hui? Et voilà. Et après, quels sont les conseils que vous donnerez aux autres qui souhaiteront également devenir entrepreneurs et comme vous l'êtes aujourd'hui?
Alors je crois que, comme je vous ai dit, il faut toujours rester femme et bien savoir dissocier les plusieurs vies que nous avons en nous, c'est-à-dire nous sommes femmes, épouses, mères, et aussi le travail qui est important. Mais je veux dire, actuellement, il est très important de savoir faire un lien entre les nouvelles technologies et tout le passé, c'est-à-dire tout ce qui est artistique, parce que les jeunes ne savent plus tellement prendre un crayon, faire un dessin. Hein, ils sont toujours sur leur tablette et c'est dramatique. Hein. Donc il faut vraiment veiller à ça.
So the Marchioness is saying that what's very important for a lady today is she has many roles. She's a wife, she's a mother, she's a daughter. Qu'est-ce qu'il y avait d'autre? Une femme. She's a mother. Yes. She's a mother. And she has her work also. So it's the combination of all those elements, and also to remember where she comes from, her history, but at the same time being able to take all of that baggage and moving it forward to the future with modern technology. I see we have a couple of minutes left, so if we could maybe just answer our last question quite swiftly, ladies. So the last question is to Regina Sixt, very, very briefly. What do we need to do to inspire more female advocates and leaders to move things forward and accelerate change?
Well, look inside of yourself if you really find this vocation to set a good example for others. Judge yourself if you really are born a leader. In my eyes, good leadership lies in your genetic code. If you are called to lead, you must be ready to walk the extra mile. Many good leaders and good entrepreneurs that I know are the first up in the morning, starting the daily work right away, and the last night to go to bed. And even in their dreams, the company plays a main role. So leadership is not a job, it's a mission. And if you are called by that mission, you will make it. I would like to mention that for me the most important leaders are women who work in the jungle, who work in the desert, who work in Africa for charity organizations to give education to children and to put them aside to their desires. And also think mothers who have raised their children, say for me, the leaders, because they raise the children for our future. And they don't have the chance to go in a leading role. I would like to give a great applause to these women as well. Yeah.
And we should be thanking you for all the wonderful work that you're doing around the world, too.
Yeah.
And moving on to Shanu, then, what do we need to do to inspire more female advocates and leaders to move things forward and accelerate change? Very briefly, we have 2 minutes left.
Hard work, honesty, be inspired by your own thoughts, and set goals for yourself which are achievable, and use competition as an inspiration to work better.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That was really moving. Okay, Your Excellency, what do we need to do to inspire more female advocates?
I think that women should develop a sisterhood, and they should empower each other, and they should educate each other to succeed.
Thank you. And finally, Marchioness, what do we need to do to inspire more females? Que devons-nous faire pour inspirer plus de leaders femmes?
Aujourd'hui, nous avons énormément d'opportunités dans tous les domaines, tout nous est ouvert. Et l'intelligence, c'est de savoir choisir les bonnes opportunités des mauvaises. C'est là le problème.
So the Marchioness is saying that we have absolutely every single opportunity available. It's about just knowing which one is the right opportunity and which one is maybe not such a good opportunity. That's the problem. But I think we have just a couple of seconds left. I just wanted to thank you, our wonderful delegates, for being here today. And thank you so much, Regina. Thank you so much, Your Excellency. Shanu, thank you so much for being here. And Marchioness, your presence has been above and beyond fantastic. Thank you so, so much. A round of applause, please.